Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and this is your weekly World's First Xur PSA. He's located on Nessus in Watcher's Grave. We're going to go through his entire inventory here. He has the Crimson Exotic Hand Cannon. Almost everyone already has this though. It is very good, but I'm sure everyone has it. So let's move on to the next part, which we got. Exotic boots for hunters are Gemini Jester, and these are not used very much now. They were the meta way back in the day, but this roll is insane and definitely worth grabbing. I will be grabbing this for my hunter. If these ever come back into the meta again and are used frequently, that would be a really, really nasty roll to have in the vault. Next up, we have a Helm of Saint 14 with 23 resilience, 17 intellect. It would have been really nice if that intellect was actually in discipline, but the 23 resilience is actually pretty nice for a Helm of Saint 14 roll. However, this exotic is kind of niche. It's pretty rarely used, so I'll probably pass on that one overall. Next up, we have a Crown of Tempest with really high recovery, which is super good for Warlocks. The high strength is a little bit of a throw here, though, so I'll probably pass on that roll. Probably the worst of the 3 exotic rolls this week. For the weapons and their random rolls, we have the Tears of Contrition. This is a scout rifle that is craftable with auto-loading and mulligan on this roll. That is a hard pass. Next up, we have a No Reprieve with Surplus and Focus Fury. Another craftable weapon, and that's going to be a hard pass from Season of the Plunder, that one is. Then we have a Death Adder with Feeding Frenzy and Disruption Break. Not a very good roll of that SMG. We have a Deafening Whisper, which is one of the better Waveframe Voids. It does have auto-loading, which is one of the good perks. Moving Target is a throw perk here, but an auto-loading Waveframe, Void Waveframe is actually pretty nice, and I think that a lot of players out there probably don't have that. And if you do, then, you know, you probably do use it once in a while when you're not using Forbearance if you want to use a Void one. So you might want to snag that. Next up, we have a Tarnished Metal, another craftable weapon, and it's got Demo Focus Fury. That is not the best roll of that. Then we have a Retrofit Escapade, another craftable weapon. We got Frenzy and Feeding Frenzy, definitely not the best roll of that either. And then we've got the Code Duello Rocket with Surplus and Frenzy. Impact Casing, nope, not it. That's a hard pass on all of those. Now let's go ahead and take a peek at Xur's armor now. He's got 65 stat gauntlets with 20 recovery and 20 discipline, 10 strength. Those are pretty mid. And then we have an 18 mobility chest. That's a hard pass. And then a 28 recovery helmet. That's a hard pass. And 64 stats on the boots. A little too much intellect and strength though, so probably pass on those as well. If you haven't seen my previous video though, it's a very easy way to get triple 100 stats. Make sure to scroll back in the videos and check that out. Then we have a Hawkmoon with Rangefinder this week. Now, Rangefinder has recently been adjusted significantly, and from what I've been told and from what I've seen, it's not nearly as strong as it is. So I'm going to say the God roll of Hawkmoon is now just going to be opening shot, and so we're not going with the Rangefinder roll anymore. Now let's look at the armor that we get on the Warlock and the Hunter here. We'll pull this up. The Warlock gauntlets have 65 stats, 20 resilience, 14 discipline, and 12 strength. Pretty good overall. Then we have a chest piece with high recovery, discipline, intellect. Probably pass on that. We don't need that intellect. 30 mobility helmet with 21 intellect. That is just terrible. Skip that. High resilience, discipline, and strength boots with low recovery and high mobility. It's probably a pass for that, unfortunately. And then we have hunters with crazy resilience, discipline, strength. Wow, those gauntlets are absolutely insane. 67 stats, and you've got the stats in some pretty nice places. The strength can be a little bit of a throw because you can just dodge your enemies, but that's a pretty nice gauntlet for the hunters. And super high strength on the chest, we're going to pass on that. Discipline, mobility, and resilience. This is a picture perfect helmet right here. This has all the stats in all the right places for PvE. I would highly recommend that you grab something like that if you're going to use hunters in PvE. And then we've got a stat distribution with 19 mobility, 12 intellect. We'll pass on those boots. And that's everything for your weekly Xur PSA. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed, smash the like button, comment down below what you think of the video and what weapons you'll be grabbing from Xur this week. Click on the screen here to watch another video from the channel, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Later.